Hey, everybody. My name is Dr. Joe Pecoraro, and I'm going to be your host tonight. So I want to welcome all of you to this webinar. I'm going to be your host, and my wife Rhonda and I became coaches 13 years ago, almost 14 now. And so I'm going to share some of that in a few minutes. But if you're on tonight, or if you're listening to the recording, somebody cares about you. Because you were invited by somebody who must think that you've got a big heart for helping people. Maybe they know that this would be a great opportunity and maybe a solution for you to make an extra $500, $1,000 a month to start. And they probably think that you'd be good at coaching because maybe your personality or maybe they just know that you have a real heart for people and they think that you can benefit. So I want you to keep an open mind tonight and just kind of enjoy this as a conversation. All right, just know that we're not here to try and pressure you or convince you about anything. All we want to do is we want to share what we do and see if it's a good fit for you. Because many of us have found that coaching is a great fit for us to achieve a lot of things that maybe we wanted to achieve, but weren't really moving in that direction. So as you go through, relax, listen to what it is that we do, listen to the stories of real coaches who are real people, and think about if it's a fit for you, and really try and, most important thing for us is if you can really see the heart of these people, and if you can get a heart for our culture and our community and really what we're all about, because that's what drives us. What drives us is the people. Because we got into this wanting to really just help some people, and what we found out is we started meeting a lot of really great people. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Again, what we're talking about is just introducing you to what health coaching is about. So this is me, this is my wife Rhonda. We both had different stories. Rhonda didn't have much weight to lose, but she was a little bit uncomfortable with the weight that she had put on over the years. But I know that she was very concerned about me. And while for a while I wasn't concerned about me so much because I felt good. And if you see that picture there and you see me looking like a big round blue ball, or if you look in that lower picture and you see me trying to hide behind the family in the family picture, you realize that I probably should have been concerned. And it finally got to the point where even though I was overweight my entire life, I was kind of used to it, so it didn't bother me that much. But then I found myself as a surgeon with some young kids, and I realized that if I wanted to be an example to them, if I wanted to be around for them to grow up and for me to see them grow up, that I needed to do something. And even though I resisted that for several months, when my coach came and started telling me about this program and his success, I kind of ignored it. So hopefully you won't do that. But my blood pressure started creeping up, and I knew that I needed to do something, or else the direction I was going was not a good direction. So finally I said, hey, even though most of us guys, we feel like we don't need help, we can do it on their own, I got to the point where I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and give it a try. But I wasn't just going to try. I wanted to dive into it head first. And I said I was on a scale of 12 from 1 to 10 as far as my desire to get healthy. So I got on this program, and in 8 months to the day, I lost 120 plus pounds. And during that time, what started happening was some really phenomenal things to me. It wasn't just that my body was feeling better and that I was so energized, but I was able to do things with the kids. My working as a surgeon, the long hours was easier because I had more energy, because I was healthier. And so everything changed. And then people started asking me, what are you doing? And I realized that, wow, we had the opportunity to help other people. But how in the world were we going to do that? We had a solo surgery practice, and I was very busy. We had just started at that time our nonprofit organization, so we were busy with that. busy with the kids at school, busy at the church, busy at the ball field. We were busy. But what we found was this, is that in little cracks of time here and there, we were able to connect with people. We were able to coach people. We were able to show them that they could be healthy just like we had gotten healthy. And so as we started helping them get physically healthy, we realized that there was a way for us to be able to help them get financially healthy, and also to achieve what really we were looking for, which was more time. Because the finances allowed us to buy back our time. So I was able to cut back on my hours. Then I was able to close my practice. And then I didn't have to worry about overhead. Then when we started going on mission trips and doing other travel, we didn't have to worry about what's happening at the office because there was no office. And we were able to carry our business with us if we wanted to. So things had totally changed for us, and everything really started coming together. And we started meeting some great people. And when we started doing that, and we started realizing how great this company was, things just kept getting better. So a little bit about our company, because personally, I was so excited about my physical transformation. At first, I wasn't concerned about the company. But then when I started realizing how good they were, and the 30 plus years of success and experience, and that research was done at National Institute of Health and Johns Hopkins, and they had been ranked in the top 100 most trustworthy companies. Those things didn't surprise me, because when I met the corporate team and I saw how committed they were to their integrity and to growth and to expansion, not just of growing the business, but expansion of being able to progress with the times. And I realized we did have best-in-class Fuelings. Our facility, when I got to tour our facility, I realized that they were top-notch. And this year we're expanding internationally, and so we're going to be able to share this with the world. Now, the leader of this movement, Dr. Anderson, who was the co-founder and medical director, he's come to become a friend of ours over time, and he's known nationally as a leader in optimal health. He's on all kinds of boards. He talks about anti-aging, does talks all over the country. He's a New York Times bestselling author for his book, Discover Your Optimal Health. But he went above and beyond. As a critical care doctor, he noticed that people just kept coming back with diabetes out of control, blood pressure out of control, cholesterol out of control. And he realized if these people had better nutrition, we could really help them and not just patch them up with medicine and send them back home again. So then he started to develop Dr. A's Habits of Health and the Living a Longer, Healthier Life, so that people could start to not just get physically healthy, but have a healthier mind and really think more healthily, because our actions follow our thoughts. So our mission, although it's big, it's a pretty simple mission too, is we are looking to give people lifelong transformation. So by that, I mean, we're not a diet. Our goal is for people to live longer, to live a more fulfilled life, to live a happier life, and to be able to experience that and share it with others. And so the way we do that in our business is by helping people get physically healthy. And so I know that a lot of you tonight who are listening to this, whether it's the recording or whether you're listening live, that you're already clients, you're already familiar with this program. So I won't spend a lot of time with this, but I am going to go over it because there are some people that it's important for them to know. So the 4 areas that we focus on, and I'm going to go through them one at a time, are the health coach, which is, as a health coach, you'll have all these tools at your disposal. So when you become a health coach, you'll understand how these all fit in to each other. There's the health coach, there's the community, the healthy community, there's the Habits of Health system, which is our lifestyle system, and there's the best-in-class Fuelings. So what does a health coach do? Well, first of all, you're not their exercise physiologist, you're not their doctor, you don't have to be an expert. All you have to do is be a guide, be an encourager, help direct people to how to use the program, help them stay on track, be a voice for them to bounce off of what it is that is holding them back from their success, and then you help them stay on track. You guide them back into how the program can work for them. And so it's really nice because not only do you not have to be an expert, but you have help when you do need it, because our community is it's incredible. It's not just the online Facebook group that you may be in. It's not just the webinars that we have access to. We have access to podcasts. You have access to corporate team. You have access to so many different areas of people that want you to stay healthy and want to help you help other people get healthy. So our community is it's phenomenal. And it's growing. And it's all people who are on the same path towards success and towards health. Some people are in different places on that journey, but we're all on the same journey. Third thing is the habits of health system. And this really is a game changer for a lot of people, because the habits of health system, as I said before, it helps you with your mindset. It helps you think health. It helps you find out what your personal triggers are. What things do you need to stay away from? What things do you need to really be directed more from? Because we don't want to just help you reach a number on a scale. We want you to stay healthy for life. We want you to have lifelong transformation and experience life in its fullness, because really that's what it's all about. And then lastly is the Fuelings. And again, the Fuelings they're best in class. They have no artificial ingredients in them. They've got 24 different vitamins and minerals. Again, once digestive health started becoming important, the company recognized that. They added probiotics now. There's good protein in them. They all have the same nutritional footprint, so it makes it, again, very, very easy for you to stay on the program. There's about 85 different Fuelings, from crunchers and sweets and pastas and bars and shakes and pancakes and wide variety, breakfast things. So what happens is the way we use these Fuelings is we put them together in something we call the 5-in-1. So it's 5 of the Optavia Fuelings and 1 lean and green meal. So you'll eat 6 times a day. And it doesn't matter when you eat the lean and green meal, but the Fuelings are all balanced nutrition. Every 2 to 3 hours, you're going to have one of them. And at some point, you're going to have your lean and green meal, which is just what it sounds like. It's a lean protein and either vegetable or a salad or some combination thereof. So as you go through the course of your day, again, 5 of the Optavia Fuelings, 1 every 2.5 to 3 hours, and somewhere in there you have your lean and green meal. And we also ask that it's real important that you have at least 8 glasses or 64 ounces of water or non-calorie beverage throughout the course of the day. And then what happens is you get all the fuel your body needs. You start burning fat. It's awesome. It's so convenient. You're going to love it because it's easy and it's fun and you feel great. And so many people wonder, like, why do I have so much energy? It's like, hey, your body's getting what it's supposed to get. And so the 5-in-1 is really the hallmark of how people get down. That's what we do to help people get physically healthy and to help them start to learn how to think in a healthier way. But we're also here tonight to talk about coaching and what coaching can do for you and what that's like and how it might be able to change things for you. Because again, just like we said at the beginning, relax, listen, see if you think this might be a fit for you. Because what you'll find is that you're going to hear some real stories of real people who found that coaching really helped them with some of the issues in their lives that they were struggling with. So it can help you not to have to struggle so much it can help you to live your life more abundantly and also to be able to live your life around things that are important to you. So you know how it is that we help people get healthy. Enough of me talking now. Now we're going to hear from some other people, real coaches, and how their lives have changed. So why don't we go ahead and start with you, Dawn. Go ahead and unmute yourself and share with us if you would.
Around 2017, I had 2 major surgeries, and they required me to have long recovery times. And with that, my weight just piled on, and I was not feeling good. I was depressed. And right around that same time when I was trying to recover, my sister, who raised me since I was 13, passed away. And sorry, I didn't want to get emotional, but she passed away, and it was a struggle. And with that, more weight piled on, and I found myself in a really dark place, depressed, feeling horrible, tired. And I had just turned 50 years old, and it was the same age my mom was when she passed away. So that was scary for me. That was really scary time. And I knew I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision, and I had to do it quickly to start changing my life and the path I was going down. So I reached out to a friend, and my friend Ruth, who I knew, I watched her have great success on the program, and help so many people to get healthy. So I reached out to her, and she got me started. So not only was she my friend, but she was my health coach. And it was great having a health coach, because she was there when I had a question. If I was struggling that day, she was there to help me walk through this journey. So that was a blessing to me. But lost my train of thought. But I really want to say, though, this program, though, has been the easiest thing I've ever done. I enjoy the Fuelings. I love the program. It's changed my life. Probably about 3 months into program, people started really noticing the change, the weight loss, how great I was feeling. And we're asking, what are you doing? What kind of program are you on? So I decided to refer them to my health coach. But as I was doing that, Ruth said, Dawn, these are your family and friends. They would feel more comfortable if you coach them. So why don't you be a coach? So I thought about it, and it sounded great. I thought, let me run it by my husband and talk with him. And at first he was like, no way, but he slept on it that night, and the next morning said, you know what, you really should do this. You should become a health coach. It'll keep you accountable, help you stay on track and keep you accountable and keep your weight off. And it truly has. I love what I get to do. I get to help people transform their lives, get healthy, feel great. And it's been a blessing to me. But most of all, when I decided to become a coach, my business grew. And it was really exciting to me, because just helping a few people to transform their life, I got to pay our mortgage payment. And that was huge for me. And that was one less thing that my husband had to think about. So this program has just, like I said, changed my life financially for my family, and in health. And my family's gotten healthy from it. So it's been exciting and a great journey. I'm still continuing my journey, and I love it, loving life. And I love the freedom that I have, that I get to spend time with my grandkids and work from home. So that's amazing too. So I just love this program. So thank you.
Wow, Dawn, thanks. Thanks so much. I know when you told me about how how your business was paying your mortgage payment, I thought, wouldn't that be great when people really start to conceptualize the fact that that's one major bill for most people that is kind of taken away.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, because we can tell you're passionate about this, and it's exciting to hear your story. I know you're inspiring a lot of people already, so thank you for that, Dawn. Let's see, next up from another area of Florida, Palmetto, Florida, we have Marilyn. Marilyn, you want to unmute yourself and let's hear what's going on for you.
Hi, everybody. Well, my story is kind of similar to Dawn's, with that and the fact that I had struggled with my weight, especially since the birth of my first child, which was like 41 years ago. So that's a long time to struggle with your weight. And I tried every diet known to man. I mean, literally every one you can think of. But in all those diets that I tried, not one person that had told me about that diet, and maybe some people didn't even tell me, maybe I heard it on TV or something, nobody ever asked me to be a coach. So that's a big difference there. I was not able to really pay that forward and to help anybody else with what I had found that was successful. So, I had gotten to the point in my life where I had gone on diets, lost weight, gained it back, did it again, over and over and over again. And I was really at a point where I didn't know what to do next. And then in comes Lisa Whaley. And she found me, I guess. We found each other again. We had known each other previously. And so she introduced the program to me in January. My husband and I started the program mid-February of 2018. And I worked in an office where it was primarily women. And let me tell you, all of those women knew every diet out there, and they would literally go from one diet to the next without much success. So I was really quiet about what I was doing, and they started seeing me lose weight, and they said, what are you doing? Because they were all vocal about it, and they were doing the Whole30 and all these other things. And so I said, well, I'm doing this. And so they were like, we want on board. We want to do this. So I started calling Lisa going, hey, I've got this one and that one wants to come on, and you need to talk to this one, and you need to call this person. And she was like, Marilyn, they know you. They don't know me. They're going to want to talk to you. And of course, the first thing out of my mouth was, I don't know anything about being a coach. And she was like, did you make it through the first week? You know how to do the program? And I said, yes. She goes, then you can be a coach. Because coaching is not you don't all of a sudden wake up one morning and know everything there is to know. That's impossible. This is an ongoing education. I learn something new every single day. But I know enough about this program because I've worked the program and lost 60 pounds. And now I'm keeping it off because I'm helping other people and I'm staying engaged in this. So coaching has been a lifesaver. Now, fast forward to February, a year later, I didn't know this was going to happen. I had planned on retiring in a couple of years, but I got the opportunity to retire early at 62, and I took it. I wouldn't have been able to take it if I did not have my coaching business. And so I am so thankful that this came into my life and that I tried it and I stepped outside of my comfort zone and did this. Otherwise, I probably would not have been able to retire. So this is my life now. I eat, drink, breathe, sleep, Optavia. So that's my story.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Marilyn. It's probably not a record, but 41 years is a long time to carry baby weight. So we're glad, though, that you were able to get a handle on that.
Yeah.
And you probably heard Marilyn mention this person, Lisa, who was actually Marilyn's coach. And Lisa, you've had such a great experience as well. Let's maybe you can share with everyone.
Sure. Wow. I just love hearing those stories over and over again. My journey actually started 12 years ago. I was about 38, 39, and not doing well in my health at all. My mother, who's actually Dawn's health coach, had lost successfully 80 pounds. And I was a mother of those 4 girls that you see in that picture. And I was running ragged and was taking care of everyone else but myself. So I went ahead and did the program, which I thought at the time, honestly, it was a diet because, I just thought it was a diet. And I lost 45 pounds successfully. I was very, very busy as a mom with 4 little girls. And just like Marilyn, I had people asking me, what are you doing? What are you doing? I was working in a salon 1 day a week. And I told them I was on this awesome program, lost 45 pounds, and call my mom. She's my health coach, and started referring people to my mother. And she said to me, Lisa, why are you not coaching your friends and family? And I said, I do not have time to coach. I have 4 daughters. 2 of those are twins. I'm busy. I don't know anything about coaching, but I wasn't absolutely in love with this program, because I really defined my bad habits while I was doing the program. And when I got to my 45 pounds, I knew exactly what I had to do to keep those pounds off for the future, because everything I learned in the program with all those micro habits. So I found gold in my mind. Well, I turned health coaching down a couple times, but then one day I realized, maybe I should try this. I was pretty much a stay-at-home mom. But it was kind of nice, that nice feeling of, I like to have a little bit of income coming in. So soon as I said yes to health coaching, my husband moved us to Atlanta, Georgia, where he took a job. And it kind of was a little bit of a setback because I didn't know a soul and nobody knew me at my heaviest. So as I got to know people, I actually started coaching a little bit, but didn't do much with it because of my new environment. But it wasn't too long, several years, that I thought, you know what, I still love this. I stayed engaged. I still kept my weight off. And everywhere I went, people talked about weight. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to really get back into health coaching. I was settled then. So I got back into health coaching, where I was really being a little bit more intentional about it. And I tell you, it has changed my life. I have been able to stay home with my daughters. I homeschooled them. They were able to have activities where I could get them to and from. And we had a great growing up years being at home with my daughters. But the great thing is I was still coaching people and earning an income without ever leaving the house. And that was huge. And then fast forward, those girls start growing up. And then God blessed us with that little boy that we adopted out of foster care. And once again, I found myself, parenting a little guy, but able to still be in a business that I was still being engaged with people, which kept that great balance of parenting for so many years, and loving the fact that I could take that little guy and be involved in his school and all the things that I feel like God has called us to do in adopting that little boy. And it was exciting because we adopted him and we put him in a private school, and I'm able to volunteer there and be there for his baseball games and all the fun things. But one of the great things about coaching is I was able to still earn a very good income, and I was able to pay his tuition for the year. And that was such a good feeling to just not have that hanging over our heads. I had a wedding this year. That was pretty cool, but there was no stress of paying for a wedding. I had one of my daughters, she's going to college, and I love it because my husband and I are able to send her to college with no debt. Those things keep coming in the mail about student loans, and we're having to tear them up because we don't need a student loan, and all of that done just by helping people. And that's what I love. I tell my clients all the time when people start asking them, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm just telling them, those are your friends and family. If you seek to help them do the same exact thing that you did, the company will pay you to support them. And that's really what we are. We're big support cheerleaders for these people. And the blessing is it keeps us engaged in an awesome community. It keeps me on top of my health, because I can't tell my clients to do something if I'm not willing to do it myself. So it keeps myself in check. And then also what I love is the fact that the positive, when I wake up in the morning and I get those texts from my clients that there was a weight loss this week, or there was a non-scale victory of being able to go to the park and slide down the slide with my kids, or whatever, wear my wedding bands, that just keeps me in this state of appreciation, happiness, gratefulness. And I think that's good for the mind. And so it is all around, has been a blessing to our family. If you told me 12 years ago when I started this diet that I would be 12 years forward, a health coach, helping people, financially free, loving what I do, adopted a little boy late in life, because I tell people all the time, if my health would have continued where I was 12 years ago, I would have had to say no to that adoption of that little boy, because I would never have been able to be in a state of adoption. So later in life, because I'm actually 52. So that should tell you that I had to say yes at 46, and that was hard to do in the sense of, oh my goodness, but my health was saying, yes, you can do this. You can do what God designed us to do. So my husband and I are thrilled to be a part of raising that little boy. So all that to say, health coaching, the program, everything has been probably one of the biggest blessings in my life.
Wow, Lisa, when I hear like you and Marilyn and Dawn talk, it just constantly reinforces the wonderful people that we get to see and work with and meet in this business. So thank you for sharing tonight, all three of you. And I mean, these are powerful examples, but if you're listening tonight, or if you're going to listen to the recording, really tonight's about you. So what about you? The question is, where do you want to be? Because all these stories are nice, but what about what you want? What are you looking for? And the thing is that you might find that where you want to be is somewhere different than where you are, and health coaching might just be the answer. There's a lot of things that people sometimes want to do in their lives, and they don't know how to get to that end point. And that's why, like what some of these ladies and what Rhonda and I experienced, is that health coaching wound up being the answer. It's a way for us to really be able to help other people and still generate a great income and help others achieve their dreams. And that's really one of the fantastic things about this, is that you get to help other people achieve their dreams at the same time that you're achieving yours. And so what do these coaches actually do? Like, what are we doing? Well, it's pretty simple. All we're doing is looking for people who are looking for a solution. What kind of solution? It depends. Are they looking for better health? Are they looking for better income? Are they looking for more time in their life, more flexibility? People who are looking for a solution, coaching might well be the answer. And then for people who are coaches, they just have to live their life and share with others and be willing to reach out and help people. And again, we said before, you're not experts, you're just a guide. And what we found is that people who care about other people and want more out of life are excellent guides, because that's what they're doing, is they're doing what they've already experienced. Basically, it's like walking through a minefield after somebody else. They've already set the pace, the path for you, but you can set your own pace. So why do people consider coaching? A lot of different reasons. For those of you who are already clients, you'll find that, and this is what the studies show, is that you're going to be 5 times more likely to succeed in your own health journey, which makes sense if you think about it, because you are being accountable to other people. Some people become coaches because they're looking for financial freedom. Some people are looking for time freedom. They just want to, like Lisa, stay at home with their kids, or like Dawn, have more time with their grandkids. So there's a lot of different reasons, but you can work with a company that has integrity, people that have integrity, and be part of a really strong health community. The support, the mentorship, the coaching is all built right in. So you don't have to try and reinvent the wheel, so to speak. The training, the personal development is built into our program. So when you become a coach, you don't have to try and figure it out. It's already been figured out for you. And so with this program, while you're a guide, you also have guides, other people who are guiding you on how to be able to guide others. So it's really great in that regard, and it's so easy. And I know sometimes people who are on our program will say, well, I'm not at my goal weight yet. So once I get at my goal weight, but you know what? We're all on a journey. And what we found is that a lot of times people don't want you to be perfect. They want to be on the journey with you. So if that person is you, realize that you don't have to be all the way to your goal yet. You can bring people along with you and kind of finish up together. And you can build a very substantial business with very little time commitment. These are some of the things we have to show. Just suffice it to say that the more people you're willing to help, the greater the incomes that you're able to generate. And these are real numbers that are taken from real people that we know. So again, suffice it to say, depends on what kind of a solution you're looking for to be able to achieve some of these incomes. So hypothetically, what are we talking about? Well, if you come alongside 7 people, start coaching them, guide them through, you'll earn about $550 a month, plus or minus. Let's say you double that number to 14. Well, look at this. You more than double that 550. So that's pretty good because you continue to earn almost at an accelerated pace. Add 4 more clients and you add about $500 more a month. And you know what? It just keeps growing because we have what so many people need. We have a solution to their health problem. We have a solution to their time problem. We have a solution to their financial problems. So after this webinar, contact the person who invited you, or if you listen to the recording, the person who sent you this recording, and just tell them, hey, I'm in. Or you know what? If you don't think this is a fit for you, call them anyway and say, hey, sounded good. I'll keep an eye out for somebody. Maybe you're not ready right now. Maybe you are. But at least let them know that you were on. And then once they get you started, they'll have you meet some of the mentorship team, some of the people who are going to help you achieve your dreams. And then you'll be introduced to the system and how to use it. And in fact, it's so simple that we can show you not only how to find people who are looking for a solution, but we teach you how to coach your clients. You can learn how to do all of this in such a simple way. But the key thing here is this, is whatever you decide, don't give up on your dreams. So thank you for joining. Again, getting started is very simple. Just contact the person who invited you to the webinar or sent you this recording. And you know what? We'd love to have you as part of the health coaching team because if everyone who's on here helped 1,000 people, there'd still be so many people in this country who need our help. So good night, everyone. Thanks for being on. And again, get with the person who invited you on, and hopefully we'll see you at the top.